welcome to the latest episode of the Rob Harkavy interviews, modestly with me, Rob Harkavy, only on Out News Global. Now, you know me, I am a sucker for a bit of drag, which is why I am thrilled to the point of orgasmic ecstasy to welcome my next guest. She's a drag queen, a wig maker, an entrepreneur. You will know her as Cheyenne O'Shea, but today she is gracing us with her alter ego. So let us give a massive Out News Global welcome to the estimable Garrii Bailey. Hello, Garrii.
Hello, how you doing? You all right?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. I think I was trying to think the last time I saw you, and I think it was 3 or 4 weeks ago at a swanky premiere in the heart of London's busy West End.
It was, and I think this is the first time you've actually met me as Garrii, isn't it?
I know. When I thought you couldn't get even better looking, you actually have. It's the new wallpaper on my MacBook. There we go. Say no more. So talking of you dressed as your alternative ego, Cheyenne, what was your personal journey to becoming a drag performer?
It happened over in Ireland, actually, where I was living, and I was training to be a hairdresser. And I got approached in a club and they said, oh, we'll pay you X amount if you get up on stage and sing. So I was like, yeah, I can do that. And they were like, dressed as a woman. I was like, nah, I'm all right. But then they told me how much I was going to be getting. And I was like, yeah, do you know what? I'm going to do it for the money. And it just took off really quickly. And like, I grew up in Southern Ireland and it was very hush at the time. And it took off really quickly. And then I was in Dublin and Cork and all over different places. So it was amazing, but then I decided to just have a break and learn about who I am as a person. And then I started quite a few years later when I moved over here, and it just catapulted again. Some things are just meant to be, aren't they?
So your first gig was when someone said to you, do you fancy putting on a frock and going up on stage? And you've never looked back.
No, that was Valentine's Day 1999.
My God, what were you, 11?
No, I was 4.
Whoops, sorry.
We're not getting into age today, babe.
We are definitely not, darling. We are definitely not. What's the best thing about being a drag queen?
The best thing about being a drag queen, apart from the attention from men that I get, I want to say just the large scope on what you can do creatively with it. Like if you wanted to go on stage and you wanted to portray an old woman and do a whole set as an old woman, you can. If you want to do something as an alien, you can keep on getting creative. I think with Cheyenne, I think I've kind of created this character of a 1990s supermodel. And that's what I try to portray as much. But I'm starting to go into a little bit more alternative stuff as well now. So there's lots I've got in the pipework. So
yeah, well, we can't wait to see it. I mean, fashions come and fashions go, but certainly in Britain, drag in one form or another has been popular for centuries. You know, people think it's a new thing, it's not a new thing. In fact, in Shakespearean times, all women on stage were played by men. Why do you think that? Obviously, I understand on the gay scene, people would always want to go to the Two Brewers and see a drag act. But even in mainstream entertainment, and I know you've probably done your fair share of hen nights and stuff like that. Why do you think that drag remains so popular?
I think because it's the effort and the glamour that goes behind it, the creativity, and like there's lots of different types of drag. You know, you get men that still look like men dressed up as women, and that's the look that they want. You know, there's me who has my look, there's alternative and stuff, but we're a focal point. Whether you like us or hate us, you'll still notice us. We won't blend.
No, well, especially, I mean, when you did the gig for Out News Global 2 or 3 months ago, I mean, there were lots of people there, but you must love it. I'm quite jealous, actually. All eyes on you the whole time.
Yeah, I've got to say, It was amazing. That event was it was just blinding. Like it was like I got into it, and then other people. It was because it was a weird event, wasn't it? It was like we were there for a reason, and then all of a sudden, I was just running everywhere, and I was hanging off the ceiling, and I was just going potty, and it was absolutely brilliant. But yeah, I absolutely love it. And I've recently. I'd done a wedding on Saturday night, and I was booked by the best man to interrupt his speech because he didn't want to do the speech. So I had to kick the door in and just go into a performance, and I just love it. I love it so much.
That's fantastic. Now, you talked about your early gigs in Ireland and loving it and coming over here, but you must have tales of gigs gone wrong, or a terrible audience or something, or maybe you've had a charmed performing life. I don't know. Any amusing anecdotes of terrible gigs we can laugh at behind your back?
Terrible gigs. Not terrible as such. I kind of like. The first song that I do is my sussing out song, and I kind of suss the audience, understand like what the audience want, how to take it and stuff like that. So I haven't had any really bad gigs. I think that the one that sticks out the most, and I don't think it's bad because I can laugh about it, is I wore this PVC dress, and it was hard PVC, like plastic, and I just felt like the Hulk because I went to do a move and the whole dress ripped all down the side here, and then my shoes ended up just splitting open, and I was just standing there in my underwear on stage, and it was just like, I can laugh about it now, but at the time I was like, I don't believe this is happening to me. Don't believe it at all. So everything just burst open, everything broke on stage.
And you were size 8 as well. Who would have thought?
Oh, I wish. Thank you. You're such a charmer today. You've had your porridge, haven't you?
I have. I've had 3 Weetabix and all. Oh yeah, full fat milk. Now, one of my crack team of researchers, and when I talk about a crack team of researchers, I really mean me talking to you on Messenger the other day. You're about to launch a new business venture, which is terribly exciting. So the floor is yours. Can you tell us all about it?
So the company is called Neon Leaf Entertainment, and I am going to be. I'm already doing it, but I haven't launched it as such. So we're going to be. We talked about the launch at some point, didn't we?
Yeah.
So this company is so that venues can contact me, and if they're looking for a drag queen, a king, or anything that's in between, I can literally find for them and get people work. So I'm looking after, for example, the New Cross House in New Cross.
Yeah.
They've got me to get two acts every Friday for the rest of the year, and I've been doing that. Everyone's booked, and I sort out all the invoicing for them. So the act invoices me, and then the venue pays me, and I pay the act. So there's not loads and loads of invoices flying around everywhere. So it makes everything a lot simpler.
Yeah.
I then get people that want drag queens for weddings and for anything. Kings, queens, and all that's in betweens is the way that I'm looking at it. I'm helping out a venue in Excel, and I've got lots of acoustic artists like Matt Lennon from X Factor. I've got him a gig there a couple of times, and they come to me because they trust me. I'll get an act for them, and then it's just simple. I just want to make it nice and simple.
Yeah.
I'm also starting a networking event, which is going to be Neon Leaf Networking. And we're going to be going into lots of different venues where businesses can network, meet each other, find out how they can help each other. Because without helping each other, what's the point? It's like, get rid of the competition and stuff like that. Just work together and help each other out.
Yeah. I mean, is that going to be particularly for LGBTQ business or across the board?
I want it to be a mix because I want to bring LGBT businesses into other businesses. So other businesses are working with LGBT businesses. Otherwise, I just feel like you're creating a divide, and you never know who can help someone else, or people meet for reasons, and maybe a venue that isn't LGBT wants to do something LGBT, So they come to my event and we introduce LGB into their event, and it's like into their venue, sorry. And I just feel like it could make everything nice and easy, and keep, I don't know, it's kind of start a bit of a family, really.
Yeah. So aside from the networking event, if people want a performer for their venue, whether it's a drag performer or anything else, same thing for a private one-off event like a wedding or engagement party,
or
something like that.
Yeah.
Or if you are a performer and you want to get on Garree's books, we'll put all the information on the screen underneath this video, so you can get in touch with Garrii/Cheyenne and take it from there. So is that okay, Garrii, that we pass on the details?
Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, I just want to make sure that everyone's getting work, everyone's getting a wage, especially after the pandemic and stuff. It'd be nice to have everything set up. And Green King, like, I'm looking after a couple of their venues, and they came to one of their biggest venues, which is the Anchor in Bankside. They came to watch one of my performances, and they were just blown away. They were like, this is what we need. And I said, this is what I can get you. I've got so many different acts that are suitable for so many different venues and crowds. Let me help you, and you help me. So
I mean, that's a fantastic idea, and we wish you much love and luck. And you know that anything Outnews Global can do to help you on your way, we will do it, as long as it's legal, decent, and doesn't involve copulation with farm animals. That's my rabbit. Well,
I'll go then.
Although I have to say, I was watching Countryfile last night, and there was some let's leave it there, shall we? We don't want to get censored by YouTube. So I don't know if you've seen There's Something About Jamie, but I suspect that there may be some young people out there, chiefly boys, who want to get into drag. Any advice for young people wanting to break into this weird world of drag performance?
Right, so the best way that I could do it is like, come up with a character, think of the name, come up with a character. Where is that character from? What does she like? What are her interests? What are your inspirations? You know, you're not just creating a drag persona, you're creating another person. Because when you're on stage, if you've got a little bit of a fear of stage work and stuff, take yourself out of the situation, pretend that you're sitting in the audience and your persona's on stage. Now, what would you like to watch? So you don't want to just stand there with a microphone. You want to see a performance. So disassociate yourself from it and put that person up on stage and rock it, but learn who the person is, because they're a person as well.
Backstory is everything. I think that's the message there. So before we sign off, only my very, very favorite guests get to answer a quick fire round. Tell me you're up for it, Garrii.
Oh, honey, yes.
Okay, let's do it. So, cheese or chocolate?
Chocolate.
Oh, that was a quick answer. All the cool people say chocolate. Beach holiday or city break?
City break.
Oh, class. See, whatever anyone says about you, I know your class. Netflix and chill or party till dawn?
Netflix and chill.
And finally, Fast and Furious or soft and sensual?
Fast and Furious.
Wow.
I thought you meant the film there. I was like, I haven't seen them.
No, there's only about 83 of them, but I haven't seen one either. Garrii Bailey, aka Cheyenne O'Shea. You already know I love you, and I know the viewers do too. Thank you so much for joining us. Good luck with your new venture, and I wish you much love, luck, and happiness for the future. Thank you, babe.
Thank you so much. Let's have a cocktail soon, babe.